Have you ever noticed that the things that hurt you most are not always the biggest problems, but the small things you reacted to? A comment, a message left unread, an insult you couldn't ignore, a temptation you knew was wrong, but still answered. What if I told you that your greatest power is not reacting? Today's video is about how and why to learn to react to nothing, even when you are tempted beyond doubts, even when emotions scream for attention, even when silence feels impossible. This is not about being weak. This is about being unshakable. Part 1. What does reacting to nothing really mean? Reacting to nothing does not mean you don't feel emotions. It means you choose not to let emotions control your actions. You still feel anger. You still feel temptation. You still feel pain. But instead of reacting instantly, you pause. You observe. And you decide. Most people live on auto-reaction mode. Stimulus comes, reaction follows. No thinking, no control. But mastery begins when you create space between stimulus and response. That space is where freedom lives. Part 2. Why learning to react to nothing changes everything. 1. Reaction gives power to others. The moment you react emotionally, you hand over control. People who provoke you are not strong. They are pulling your emotional strings. Silence confuses manipulators. Calm weakens provocation. No reaction ends the game. When you react to nothing, you take your power back. 2. Most traps are emotional, not logical. Temptation rarely attacks your logic. It attacks your emotions. You deserve this. Just this once. No one will know. You're tired. You need it. Reacting instantly makes temptation win. Not reacting creates time, and time weakens temptation. 3. Your future self pays for your reactions. One emotional reaction can cost relationships, respect, peace, discipline, self-trust. When you react to nothing, you protect your future self. Part 3. The psychology behind temptation and reaction. Temptation works because the brain wants quick relief, not long-term peace. Your brain asks one question: will this make me feel better now? But discipline asks a better question: how will this affect me later? When you don't react immediately, the emotional wave rises, then falls. All emotions are temporary if you don't feed them with action. Part 4. Practical ways to learn to react to nothing. 1. Delay is your first weapon. You don't need to decide immediately. When tempted or provoked, tell yourself, "Not now. I'll decide later. Let me breathe first." Most temptations lose strength within minutes. Delay does not mean denial. It means control. 2. Breathe before you think. Deep breathing slows the nervous system. Try this. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 6 seconds. Do this 3 times. You are telling your body, there is no emergency. A calm body makes wise decisions. 3. Observe. Don't identify. Instead of saying, "I am angry," say, "I notice anger." Instead of, "I want this badly," say, "I notice temptation." This small shift reminds you, you are not your emotions. Emotions are visitors. You choose whether to entertain them. 4. Ask one powerful question. Whenever you are tempted beyond doubt, ask, "Will this matter in 1 year?" If the answer is no, It doesn't deserve your reaction today. 5. Train with small situations first. Don't start with the hardest battles. Practice not reacting when someone interrupts you, someone disagrees online, something minor goes wrong. Self-control is a muscle. You build it gradually. Part 5. Silence as a strategy. Silence is not weakness. Silence is calculated strength. Not every insult deserves a reply. Not every temptation deserves attention. Not every thought deserves belief. Silence allows you to think clearly, stay mysterious, protect your peace. Sometimes the strongest response is no response. Part 6. Why people struggle to react to nothing. 1. Ego wants to be heard. The ego hates silence. It wants validation, revenge, and recognition. But peace begins when you stop trying to win every moment. 2. Fear of being misunderstood. You don't need to explain yourself to everyone. Not reacting does not mean agreeing. It means choosing peace over drama. 3. Addiction to emotional drama. Chaos can feel familiar. Calm can feel uncomfortable at first, but discomfort is part of growth. Part 7. When you should still respond. Reacting to nothing does not mean being passive. Respond when safety is involved, values are being violated, boundaries must be protected. The key difference? You respond calmly, not emotionally. Reaction is impulse. Response is choice. Part 8. Daily habits that build non-reaction. Morning silence or reflection. Reduced social media exposure. Writing your thoughts instead of acting on them. Physical exercise to release tension. Adequate rest. Fatigue increases reactions. A regulated life creates a regulated mind. Part 9. The long-term reward of reacting to nothing. Over time, you'll notice fewer regrets,
Stronger discipline,
deeper self-respect, emotional independence, mental clarity. People will sense your calm. Your presence will speak louder than words, and temptations that once controlled you will begin to lose their voice. Reacting is easy. Anyone can react. But choosing silence, patience, and control, that is mastery. You don't need to win every argument. You don't need to answer every temptation. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Sometimes, the strongest move is to do nothing. If this message helped you, take a moment to like, subscribe, and share. And remember, peace is not found by controlling the world. It's found by controlling yourself.